This is the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast, episode 575.
I program my own computer.
We have a server crash, 404 error, page not found, links aren't working, system is crashing, system is crashing, system is crashing.
Your old HTML website, barely alive. We have the technology. We have WordPress. A new website, better than it was before. Better, stronger, faster. We have the technology.
Why, hello everybody, this is Adam Philby, host of the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. All right, upcoming events. We have 4 next weekend, starting with WordCamp Madrid in Spain, March 7th and 8th. And then there are 2 Women's WordPress Days, both in India. One is Ajmer, March 8th, and the other is the same day in Surat, India as well, March 8th. After that, actually same day, would be WordCamp Mukono in Uganda, also a single day camp. So if you're in those areas, you should go. I won't be traveling out of state next weekend because I'm going to be volunteering, I believe, somewhere locally for some ultra runners. You know, people need help, and I'm here to do that. All right, moving on, segment 1, in the news. One thing to talk about here. So if you are not aware, if you're not based in the U.S., there's a lot of things going on in this country in regards to the government, and sadly, the GSA has eliminated 18F. GSA stands for the General Services Administration. They deleted 18F, which is a government tech consultancy that helps other agencies with their technology. And this just happened. And apparently, you know, it's the whole Doge thing and reduction of force. I'll put a link in the show notes where I found this. Pretty interesting. Sadly, there are some people in the WordPress space that are or have been or might very well be affected by this because I think they ended up working there at some point. So kind of a bummer. It's just a not great situation here with that in the political spectrum. That's all I'm going to talk about there. All right. Anything else in the news? Nope. Kind of a light news week. All right. Moving on. Segment 2. The meat and potatoes of this week's episode. So over the past few weeks and months, I've had a few clients that for some reason have been attacked out of the blue, websites going down, not personal. These sites in question are nonprofits. They're faith-based sites. And it's happened to about 2 or 3 of my clients. And then just another one happened recently as well. And diving into it, looks like Facebook bots of some sort, I don't know. It's kind of weird trying to figure out where this is coming from. I've talked to both the server I use. I've talked to other people about it, just saying, where is this happening? Why is the site going down? Anyway, the outcome wasn't a hack, rather just an overwhelm of the site, leading to the site going down. And then I get an open ticket from the client. Of course, that's how it happens. That's how I find out about it. And I get a down report from the service I use as well. Blog Vault gives me updates when sites are down for too long. So anyway, as luck would have it, one of the sites in question does have a Cloudflare account, which was very helpful to stop, for the most part, the attack in its tracks, because there's a way to do that. The other sites, not so much. So with that, I decided to dig in a little bit more into Cloudflare services. And I have 5 things to share with you on how you might want to consider using some of those services for yourself or clients. And I have no connection to Cloudflare. None of this is I'm not trying to sell you on them. I'm not making I'm trying to sell you on helping yourself. I'm not making any commissions here. I have no business relationship with them. Full disclosure. Okay. There are 5 things here. The first 3 are free. Yeah, and the last 2 are paid. You have to upgrade, but it might be worth looking into. So first and foremost, number 1, DNS management and a free CDN. Now, why it's useful? Obviously, it's free, but Cloudflare's DNS is fast, secure. It's global for a content delivery network, which will help ensure a faster load time because they cache static content worldwide. They have a very big network. I looked into this. A valuable asset here for the agencies. It's a free way to speed up a client site without too much complexity in configurations. And I did this, and this is pretty cool. And I use a couple of these on now. I'm adding these to some of my client sites as well, by the way. All right, number 2, DDoS protection and web application firewall. This is the one that really helped a lot. So it's WAF, basic free protection. Like I said, web application firewall stands for WAF, or WAF stands for that. Why it's useful: it blocks malicious traffic, prevents downtime from attacks, and the free tier already stops a lot of common WordPress threats. Case in point, we just went through this. So an add-on value, if you're an agency owner, it'll help protect the client site from attacks without any extra cost. So it helps reduce emergency fixes and downtime issues. there's a button you can actually click at this level where it says you're being attacked right now, and it just kind of locks things down, and it helps that whole energy of whoever's trying to attack your site go away. Pretty cool. So I've used that, and then you come back, you say, okay, the attack's over. You kind of go back to some lower level protections, etc. All right, number 3, free SSL and TLS encryption. Useful because secure websites get better SEO ranking and user trust. And yes, I use Let's Encrypt through my actual, when I buy the domain, or in my hosting, actually comes with it. So you don't have to do it for that, but if you want to kind of keep things in one place, it's free SSL. Cloudflare's free SSL. You don't have to buy the certificates anywhere or manually renew them. Sometimes if you get your own through Let's Encrypt, you have to manually renew. Kind of a pain in the butt. I've never had that happen for where I host my servers. The value proposition here, if you're agency owner, clients get the extra layer of security without adding additional hosting costs, right? So it'll make your hosting maintenance packages, web care, all that much more appealing. Okay, now moving on to the paid features, which are really key here if you're an agency owner or premium to resell to a premium client. The Web Application Firewall Advanced. Now this is useful because the Pro tier includes OWASP security rules and custom rules to stop attacks before they hit you. And that's a lot of letters in there. I realize that. Pro tier WAF includes OWASP, which I don't know off the top of my head what it stands for, but it is a paid level, so I don't have that right now. I'm looking into it a little bit. I might go that route if this happens again. The value, of course, is for higher risk clients. If you're running e-commerce, a membership site, a security breach could be really costly. So you want to make sure you take care of that ahead of time. And number 5, it's called Argo Smart Routing. It's a paid thing again. It's useful because it reduces latency, speeds up traffic by avoiding the internet congestion. Sites with international visitors will load significantly faster. Again, a premium upsell for performance-focused clients and agency-owned hosting. I have not tested this because I don't have a need for it just yet, but it did come up in some conversations and research I did. So the Argo Smart Routing. So again, free features, essential for every client. You get the Cloudflare's free tier benefits in your standard hosting. Paid features, easy upsell, not easy. It's an opportunity to make an upsell for premium clients to have those WAF and the Argo Smart Routings as part of a performance and security package for your high-end clients, right? Okay, so again, DNS management for free CDN, DDoS protection and web application firewall, and the free SSL. Those 3 are free. The paid ones would be Web Application Firewall Advanced and that Argo Smart Routing. So if you're looking for some ways to kind of give your life a little bit less stress in what we do day to day, definitely, and you're not using Cloudflare already, check them out. I mean, it costs nothing to start. So keep that in mind. All right, moving on. Segment 3, tip until the week. So until recently on this, I heard about this actually, I guess a couple years ago, forgot about it, going to re-implement this. It's a now page. I just want to say it up front. Create a now page on your personal website. Why? Because that way people can know what you're working on. And it does not have to be a blog. Go to nownow.com/about. I'll put a link in the show notes. I heard about this on another podcast. Apparently Derek Sivers does this. So I think I'm going to do this as well. That way people know, hey, if people want to buy me coffee or take me out or something, I can just say, go to my now page. You can see I'm kind of busy and not be rude about it. But anyway, it's kind of neat. You can just update it weekly, monthly, quarterly. Does not have to be any historical information there. Just kind of a cool idea for a now page. So anyway, nownow.com/about. Check it out. Do it if you want. But I think it's kind of neat. Anyway, so that is it for this week. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you have any questions, go ahead, send it in via email, adam@KitchensinkWP.com, or use that SpeakPipe function on the website. If you want to support the show, become a Patreon. That'd be awesome. KitchensinkWP.com/Patreon. You can also buy me a coffee off the website. There's a link there. If you want to sponsor the show, there's a form to fill out. I'll get right back to you. We'll talk about that. And that's it. All right. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Now go out and do some awesome things with WordPress. All right. Bye-bye.